and I know I'm live. Anybody can go and ask. I have said it. When I have a confidentiality point with anybody, I was taken to police. I was taken all over the world. And the same people that took me to police withdrew the case. And I have what we call non-confidential, non-disclosure agreement with them. So if they feel that, because they are the one that accused me, if they feel that they are right, and they let them come and tell the world, then I can show the agreement. That is it. I have been paid, and I have kept my money, and I'm not going to comment on that. Thank you.
Now let's talk about unemployment.
Is there anything again? and then you can ask anything. The world is listening to us. The world is listening to us. If there's anything, Ifeanyi Ubah is a saint. If there's anything you need to ask me about all these scandals, you see, the issue is this: in Nigeria, somebody can wake up tomorrow and say you've killed someone. The only thing is for you to defend it, and we are working with world-class bankers, world-class institution in Nigeria. If anybody has found Ifeanyi wanting, he should just come up and then make it known to the world. But if I have taken those that accused me to National Assembly and they ran away, and then the court gave me even 10 million naira and asked the federal government to pay me, what else do you want to hear?
Now let's really talk about the issue of taxation. Taxation is one of the ways that we can grow IGR. It's also one thing that a lot of citizens do not like to hear because they do not have the confidence that government will spend their money wisely. Dr. Ngige, this one is for you. How do you intend to increase, or should I say grow the IGR, especially with taxation, and also at the same time earn the confidence of people that the money you get from them is actually going to be spent for them?
Yeah, I think taxes, places like UK and many of the European countries, they don't produce oil. They get their money to give their services to their people from taxes. And in payment of taxes, there's personal income tax, and there is other taxes like property tax, tenement rates, and what have you. Yes, our people have not been very disposed to paying taxes. But I can tell you that when I came here in 2003, I met an IGR of 50 million per month. And I showed Anambra people that government can use their money to work for them. Government can use their money to give them what is their due. Therefore, I paid off all areas of salaries of civil servants, some 9 months areas, some 6 months. I paid off areas in the local government, 20 months, 22 months, paid areas for teachers. And they said, wait a minute. So somebody can come and give us what is our own, pay us as and when due. They no longer protested about payee taxes. They didn't now declare in their payee form that they have 20 children, or that they have that or that or that or that. We got what was supposed to be gotten by us as government. So you must instill the confidence. You must also have the business sense. Banks came. Oh, we want government account, we want that. I said, fine. You must give me a tripartite equilibrium banking. Okay, Onitsha, Nnewi. These are my capitals. Business capital, administrative capital. And I opened windows for them. I gave different banks different windows. They started employing people. There was rejuvenation of activities there. I got more money for the state. By the time I was living here, I moved the IGRs about 450 million. My people were employed at Nnewi. They were employed at Onitsha. Bankers were happy because they kept my money 15 days, 30 days before remitting into my big account in Oka. I put my face the other way as if I didn't know. But that is it. You give something and get something in return. Well, so what I'm telling you is that I know what to do to get Anambra on the track again. Electricity electricity, power, is where I'm going next. I want to give Anambra people a generation capacity of between 800 megawatts and 1,000 megawatts. Luckily, as a member of the Senate Committee on Power, we have an agreement now with state governments, an unwritten agreement between them and the federal government. Whatever you generate and put into the national grid will drop back for you, for your own consumption. Akwa Ibom State is enjoying it today. Rivers State is enjoying it today. Anambra will join the league of those who enjoy this whenever I come in here after 17th March 2014, if the people of Anambra State.
That is definitely...
I want to correct one impression. My brother said he will open up consulates all over. The federal government of Nigeria has not been able to maintain consulates and their diplomatic missions abroad. The money in Anambra State have hardly paid all the personnel costs needed here. And he wants to open up consulates all over the world for Anambra people. I don't know how he wants to do it. I don't know whether it's feasible. Well, I think it's a white elephant project.
Dr. Ngige.
I will leave that. But I'm happy. He has admitted now that you can go and invest in Visaphone. You can invest in Airtel. But you can't get the license as a state government. It's not within your prerogative to take it. But you can invest and get some money for your state. We did invest when I was here.
Well, thank you, Dr. Ngige. Well, moving on, talking about the issue of taxation, I know that you would definitely like a rebuttal on that. You will get the opportunity.
No, moving on.
But, let's talk about taxation. Is it something that you want to shy away from? Yeah. Or are the people of citizens of Anambra State going to be enjoying a tax haven?
You see, the problem first, what do we want for Anambra people? How can we be coming in where people are bleeding? We'll be talking about taxation. We don't need to talk about taxation today. I think the government is going the wrong way. Yes, taxation is very important in government. But this is a time for us to wipe away the tears of Anambra. What we want to do is to grant at least a holiday, a window of taxation. And I want to tell you how we are going to recoup what we are doing. We need to attract in the Anambra State into Anambra first. We need to get them to have confidence in Anambra State. Where are they getting the money they are taxing in the Anambra State? The women in Ikoka, the old women selling, they are taxing them 6,000 naira. And they went to protest in the State House of Assembly. The truck pusher, they borrowed the truck pusher. So, and they have created economy for themselves by even giving, I'm sorry to use, some learned people charge over taxi parks. Go today in Anambra State, that is the order of the day. So the National Union of Road Transport Workers are not even in the annals of anything in Anambra State. Parks are given to people that can always gather talks for them. What we are going to do is to support businesses. By supporting, look at Beck's Biscuit has over 5,000 workers in Agolo, the state governor's town. Today that company is closed. I will inject money. Instead of keeping my money in Fidelity Bank, I will inject money into Beck's Biscuit for us to get people employed and then for us to make money. I will inject money into Our Ladies Bread. Our Ladies Bread at a point has 7,800 workers. Today they are managing with close to 300 workers in Mbodia. We will inject money, not even injecting money, but we'll get to China, get them to understand our business volume. In the world of business today, you don't need money to buy equipment. All you need to do is to give them what we call P&L sheets. As a government, I can tell any Chinese company, I can go to Sino-Shop and then tell them that we have this company.